Hey everyone, this is Chris, your friendly neighborhood Minnesota comic geek, here with the second part of my Facebook Marketplace collection haul. If you didn't watch the first video from earlier this week or last week, go back and watch it, where I talk about kind of the whole story behind going to look at this collection and my experience during it. And so this video will just be the second part of showing all the comics that I ended up grabbing while I was there. So yeah, before I get started, I would ask that if you enjoyed this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you enjoy talking comics, then comment below. All right, back to the show. Next up, I found a pretty good selection of Michael Turner comics, starting with Codename Strike Force number 14 here, which is the first published cover and interior artwork by Michael Turner at Top Cow. So this is his first published comic book work professionally. So if you ever see this, if you're a Michael Turner fan, definitely worth having in your collection. You can, it's really, no one considers it that valuable, so you can definitely find it in the dollar bins, so definitely worth it. Then I found the full run of Ballistic, issues 1, 2, and 3, which were Michael Turner's first kind of full title or first series that he worked on. It was just this 3-issue miniseries, but again, if you're a Michael Turner fan, the jump between this issue here to these issues is really kind of staggering in terms of his style and skill and abilities. Like, this just pure beautiful Michael Turner artwork before he jumped onto Witchblade. So if you're a Turner completionist, these 3 issues you definitely need in your collection. Had to grab this, the Ballistic Studios swimsuit special. I was, when swimsuit issues were all the rage in the 90s and early 2000s, I was just a young lad who loved, bikini-clad comic book characters. They're great. These pinup collections are just great collections of various artists doing pinup artwork, and so I always enjoyed them. Definitely worth grabbing. Then there was a pretty good run of Michael Turner's Witchblade issues. We got issue 2, issue 3, issue 4, 5, 6. Grabbed 2 copies of issue 7, 2 copies of issue 8, which I love this cover, issue 9, issue 11, issue 12, issue 13, issue 14, issue 15, issue 16, issue 17, issue 18, issue 19, only up to issue 19. So a good run of Witchblade issues. Then grabbed Fathom number 1. Always willing to grab these issues. I just, again, I love this series. Too bad it only went 14 issues before rebooting. And then surprisingly, it had the full 6 issues of Batman Superman that Michael Turner and Jeff Loeb did. The main issue here, issue 8, is the main key in this run, because it's the reintroduction of Supergirl into to DC at the time. But yeah, this issue, whenever I come across these issues in the dollar bins, issue 8's always gone. So finding it this time was kind of a surprise. So I got issue 8, issue 9, issue 10, issue 11, issue 12, and issue 13, the finale of this storyline. And it wouldn't be a comic haul without finding some Adam Hughes glory to purchase. So I found the Gen 13 Ordinary Heroes, 2 copies of issue 1 and a copy of issue 2. And again, I think this is a very underrated Adam Hughes work, given that it isn't just the covers that he did. He did the interior artwork for these 2 issues, and it's wonderful artwork and worth having in your Adam Hughes collection. And again, you'll find these in the dollar bin, so you're definitely not going to break the bank for them. Then came across a bunch of Justice League America Adam Hughes issues. The key issue here, issue 31, there were 2 copies purely for the female Dr. Fate cover. Got 2 copies of issue 32, 2 copies of issue 33, issue 35, issue 39, issue 40, issue 43, 2 copies of that, and 2 copies of issue 44, and the Justice League Quarterly #1. This is just a Adam Hughes cover. He didn't do the interior for this. And then lastly, I came across another copy of this Chaos Quarterly #1. Again, picked it up because, again, for less than $1, but features this awesome Julie Bell Lady Death cover. And again, I believe it's the first appearances of these 3 characters, so definitely worth a pickup. Next up, I found a bunch of these Marvel Saga issues. He had a pretty good run of them. I only grabbed the issues that I needed to fill out my full run of them. These are great kind of retelling of the Marvel history, or the history of the Marvel Universe, as the title says. Like each issue kind of goes through kind of from the start of the Marvel Universe through various characters, titles, and their histories, like retelling the story of the universe up until the mid 80s when this was produced. So like you get like snippets of comic panels from the original issues, but then you get text blurbs and commentary about what's happening, what the story was, so that you kind of get a good overview of all the stories and major events that had been told to that point. It's kind of like a Cliff's Note to the Marvel Universe at that time. So I picked up issues 9, 10, 11, 19, 23, and 24. So I now have issues 1 through 24 of this title. So now that I have them all, I'm definitely going to have to read through them. Picked up this X-Men #2 from the Krakoa era, purely for the Pepe Larraz art. And I love this Pepe Larraz cover. It's just a great composition and cover in general. Then had all 4 issues of the Age of Apocalypse Astonishing X-Men title by Joe Madureira, which I always pick up whenever I come across them. Picked up Danger Girl #3, Superman #204, and I came across this Death Made Black, which is the first team appearance of Gen 13. Again, severely underrated book given the characters that are debuting, but I've had only ever seen the black border version of this book, which is the main cover. I'd never seen this gold one. I thought when I was digging through the bins there that this was maybe a second printing, and that's why it had the gold border, but I guess this gold version is just a variant cover, which is actually more valuable than the main cover. I think it's like either $12 or $20 for this version, so for a high grade copy, obviously. But yeah, definitely, if you see these, pick it up. Worth it. Found another swimsuit issue, the Wildstorm swimsuit, issue number 1. Again, why I love these kind of collected pinup books is you get early artists that would go on to more prominent careers, often started and had their first published work in these kind of swimsuit collection books, these pinup books. Like you'll find a lot of like J. Scott Campbell or Joe Benitez or even Adam Hughes stuff early on in these types of swimsuit comics. So definitely worth picking up. Then came across the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of reboot from like 2011, 2012-ish, around that timeline. Got issue 2, issue 4. Love the Sarah Pichelli artwork. And surprisingly, they had the issue 5, which is the first full appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. Her first cameo appearance is in Age of Ultron number 10. But yeah, this is her first full appearance in the main continuity. So happy to come across that. Got issue 6 and issue 7. And lastly, I just grabbed some 90s nostalgia for me. The Batman Nightfall, Bane breaks Batman's back. I was so enthralled with this whole story arc when I was a kid, seeing this monstrosity of a character just full of muscles, you know, defeating Batman, essentially. It was so like earth-shattering for me at that time, and so like I'm gonna slowly kind of pick up these standalone issues from the Nightfall arc whenever I come across them now, because I just want to have the run in my collection. I don't know why I've waited this long to get it. I have the trade paperbacks, but you know, the single issues are, I like them more. I got issues 664, 667, and 668 featuring the awesome Kelly Jones just warped anatomy covers. Like I didn't realize like how like bad the exaggerated anatomy was back when I was a kid. I was just didn't think about it, but if you actually dissect the anatomy, it's so bad, but in that good Sam Keith type of way. Like everything fits, if that makes sense. Then I came across Superman 75, The Death of Superman, which, surprising to find out, if you get this in, high grade, it's worth like, $10 to $15, which again is surprising considering how many copies there are of this book out in the wild. So readily available. And then grabs issue 79 purely for the homage to the Superman Truth, Justice, and the American Way cover, John Byrne cover, with Cyborg Superman just with the tattered American flag. So, yep. Then came across the full run of 3 issues for the Superman Doomsday miniseries, the Hunter Prey Book 1, Book 2, which features the origin of Doomsday, and Book 3. So those are all the comics that I picked up, all 103 of them. Yeah, what do you guys think of my pickups? What do you think of the experience I laid out at the beginning of the video? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, and so yeah, with that, I'll end this video. Thanks for watching, and again, if you enjoyed this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, comment below, and let's talk comics. Bye.